What's up, guys? Phantom here. Today I'm finally going to be putting the new motor in ShopTruck. Had a little bit of time this weekend. I've been able to clean up somewhat on the engine bay. I got the old motor pulled out. I've robbed everything off of it that I'm going to need for the new engine, which is basically just my Moroso oil pan, the Valley cover, and the ATI balancer. Everything else is brand new. I didn't use anything else off the old motor. So I'll show you what I did here under the engine bay. It's not as clean as I'd really like it to be, but it looks a lot better than it did. So clean the fender wells, clean the firewall. Got the old master cylinder out. I can still do a little bit, but I need to have the new motor in today because Lutz Jr. is going to be back here tomorrow to build my downpipe for my turbo. So this thing needs to be at least somewhat put back together. So that's what I'm going to do today. Like I said, I got the old 370 pulled out. I'll get this thing put on the engine stand, and I'll tear it apart and show you guys exactly everything that's wrong with it. Kind of touched over it the first video I did of this rebuild here, but we'll get it all apart, see if there's anything that I can still use inside here. I still feel like the crank and rods and the pistons are good and can go in another motor, but we'll get this thing tore apart sometime and take a look at it and see what we think. And then here's the new one. In case you don't remember or you're new here, this is a 402 cubic inch. It's built out of an L76 aluminum block, built by our buddy Justin McDougall at X-Power Racing Engines. It's got a Summit Racing rotating assembly in it. It's a 4-inch stroke crank, 4.005 piston, and a 6125 rod. I'm using stock 317 heads on it, pack 1209X springs, stock rockers with a Smith Brothers trunnion upgrade. And then also, before I put this thing in, I'm going to be putting some, where are they at? I got some Smith Brothers push rods for this thing. Didn't need them. I've got Texas Speed push rods in it right now. Absolutely nothing wrong with them. But Smith Brothers takes such good care of us with the Novas. I wanted to show my support with ShopTruck. So I called them up, told them the length I need, and gave them a credit card number, and they sent me some Smith Brothers push rods for ShopTruck. So I don't know, like I said, didn't need them. It's kind of I don't know, I think it'll be cool to have some Smith Brothers push rods in there. So pull the rockers off here in just a minute, put those in, and then we'll start putting this truck, or I'm sorry, this motor over there in that truck. So stick around. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to get these rockers off, get the old push rods out, put the Smith Brothers in. So if you haven't already, and you like what you see here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed, share it with your buddies, let them know what we're doing over here. Like we said, we've got a bunch of projects in the shop this winter. Winter is nearing a end for us already. Racing season's just around the corner, so I'm trying to get as much done on my truck as possible. The 55 is super close. We should probably drive it this week, but the Novas will be coming home before too long, and it'll be full bore on getting them put back together and in shape to race. So like I said, give us a subscribe, like the video, comment, tell us what you like, what you don't like, and stick around for the rest of the video. All right, 402 is in. That's about as easy as the motor's ever been stabbed in this truck. I'm not sure why it went so easy. Maybe because core support's out. I don't know. Pretty uneventful. There's usually a lot more cussing. Bolts don't line up, etc., etc. But that was fairly easy. So I'll get the hoist out of the way, get the valley cover back on it, and then I'll start reassembling the hot side so Junior can come over and build my downpipe. So that's about it for now. So as soon as he gets over here to build that, we'll turn the cameras back on and see what this thing turns out like. Alright, so I had a few people ask what was going on with my brake system, because in the last video they seen a master cylinder bolted to the firewall with my old master cylinder and brake booster just kind of hanging out. Well, I swapped the truck over to manual brakes in hopes of saving a little bit of weight. People make kits for these trucks. I believe there's a guy, I think his name is Frank Newfield, maybe. He's got a super fast late model GM truck just like mine, just, you know, way faster. He makes these kits. You can literally bolt it in. He makes the adapter to go on the rod that will connect to your factory brake pedal. No drilling, no welding required. It's literally bolted in and go. Burkhart Chassis also makes a kit for these trucks that I bought in the past that works as well. So I've got all that installed. I got my brake lines ran. Same stuff we use on the race cars. It's a 3/16 copper nickel alloy line, super flexible, easy to bend up. I got these little T fittings from Amazon. Work out great. Just -3 ends on these things. I took the factory brake lines off that go from the old, you know, they come down here, they hard line to here, and then it's a soft line that goes over to the actual caliper. So I'm actually doing away with these, and I'll do 3AN lines from this -3 bulkhead here. So what I did was unbolted this little bracket that used to hold all the factory stuff, flipped it upside down, and just MIG welded it to the chassis there and put my bulkhead in. So nothing super fancy, nothing that's too hard to do. Bent it up myself. I did this whole project in probably, I don't know, hour and a half. So what I'm about to do now is I'm going to take these fittings out of the brake booster or master cylinder or whatever, and I'm going to basically bench bleed this cylinder. And then once my soft lines come in, 3AN soft lines, you know, I'll have one on each wheel, each front wheel, and then I've got a copper nickel alloy line that runs all the way to the back to my rear end housing and attaches up above the housing on a bar, and then I'll have a soft line that goes from that to the housing. That way, you know, when the truck extends, it'll have plenty of give in it and won't be breaking lines and stuff. So right now I'm going to fill the master up with brake fluid and start pumping on this thing. What's up, guys? Phantom here. It's Sunday, February 7th, 2021. I'm in the shop working on ShopTruck. My videos are always usually kind of chopped up a little bit because I'm not always ready to work on it. I'm either missing parts, or I'm waiting on parts to show up, or waiting on someone to do some fabricating for me, or whatever. So my videos get chopped up a little bit. Not to mention, you know, it kind of gets put on the back burner because we have to work on stuff that actually pays the bills. But today we have just hit our 100,000 subscriber mark, and I just want to thank you all very, very much for the support that you've given us since, I don't know, I think it was March or April of last year when we started this thing. So thank you very, very, very much. And we're just going to keep on continuing to grow this thing and bring you guys some more awesome content. But show you guys what I'm doing today. Just kind of fitting some stuff up. I got all of my cold parts back from Powder Rangers powder coating in Edmond, Oklahoma. They did an awesome job. They did my intercooler, my piping, my Holly high ram, my valve covers I did a few years ago. They've been on a couple different vehicles, so they're kind of dingy. They didn't do those. I think I may have actually done those myself a while back. I can't remember. But anyways, fitting some stuff up. Got the intake set in place for the first time on the actual motor that's going to be in the truck. Looks pretty cool. got some stuff in from Motion Raceworks. I got their 4-corner steam vent kit, and I got their throttle cable bracket for my stock throttle cable to fit the high ram. So fit all that stuff up. Seems to fit good, of course. I've also got a new ICT alternator slash power steering pump bracket. Basically puts the accessories back in a stock truck location, but it's exactly half the pound or half the weight of the stock bracket. The stock bracket was 10 pounds, just as you see it there with the bolts and that pulley. This setup here with the bracket, bolts, spacers, pulley was 5 pounds. So saved a little weight there. I think, pretty sure I got it on Amazon. It's like 140 bucks. Well worth it. This throttle cable bracket, can't remember how much it was. I want to say it was like 100 bucks. The steam vent deal is like 200 bucks from Motion Raceworks. So I'm starting to get quite a bit of money tied up in all the little stuff to finish this thing. That's usually what kills a person whenever they go to finish it up. You know, you think you got all the big money out of the way because you built your motor, you bought your turbo, you paid someone to build your turbo kit or what have you, and you think all that stuff's out of the way. You get it all put in, and then boom, it's time to buy fittings. It's time to buy, I'll have I've got an air-to-water intercooler, so I've got to run lines back to the back of the truck to my ice box. Dash 12 fittings and hose are not cheap. Matter of fact, I just spent 12 or 13, maybe I can't remember, between $1,200 and $1,400 in just fittings and hose for this truck. To do trans cooler, fuel system, the water system for the air to water intercooler, and then I'm not even done there. I've got a new water pump for this thing. I'm going to put AN fittings on it, and I've got another probably $300 to $400 worth of fittings and hose to buy there. It's going to be Dash 20 stuff, and that stuff is not cheap at all. So it's kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. I guess you could say this is kind of a dream build for me. This is something that everything's going to be exactly the way I've always wanted to do it. So, I've cheaped out and I've kind of skimped on builds in the past, and this one's kind of one of those deals where whatever it costs is what it costs, and that's what I'm going to do. I'll do whatever I need to make it happen. So, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know. I still have quite a ways to go, in all honesty, but it's getting a lot closer. Starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, at least. I did some stuff on the inside last night also. Still kind of a mess, but it's a lot better than it was. I've got the Fuel Tech harness all tucked up nice and neat in the console here. Oh, also, I can't remember if I showed this or not. I wanted a full console in this truck. I used to have the jump seat. Well, wanted a full console. I found one. It was pretty gross. I painted it. It was even grosser. So got on Marketplace and just happened to find some SS seats with a full console out of a Silverado SS, like my blue truck. Got it for a good deal. Got it all swapped in. Power seats work, and I got me a full console. Also, got my Fuel Tech dash installed. It is freaking sweet. So that you see right there, it's the FT550, and that is the ECU and the screen all in one. That's going to display everything I want to see: mile per hour, gear, engine temp, oil pressure, transmission temp, boost. Literally anything I want to see, that screen's going to show it. Plus, it's the brain of the whole deal. So I don't know. We always brag about Fuel Tech. How can you not? They're just awesome. My little plate here I had built by Atomic Fab, AFP. I think it's Atomic Fab Fabrication and Performance. The guy's name is Richard Wayne. Does all kinds of cool stuff. He also makes coilover conversion kits for these trucks and many others. He can make this particular plate to hold about any screen you want, whether it be a race pack or a Holly, or now the Fuel Tech. I believe mine was the first Fuel Tech he did. So hit him up. I think I paid God, I can't remember, 60 to 80 bucks. I'm at the point where I don't even remember what stuff costs. I don't have that kind of money, but it whatever it costs, I've got to have it at this point. So I believe it was 60 to 80 bucks, somewhere in there. But pretty cool. It bolts right on, and then it bolts in place of your factory gauge cluster. So that's pretty cool. I've been working on also, when they did the double din in this truck, it wasn't great. It looked cool and it worked, but I wanted it to be a little more factory looking, so I put a radio bucket and a AC control bucket out of a 2003 to 2006 Chevy truck in here. And so what that will do is it will actually move the AC controls, the HVAC controls, down and out just a tad, and then a double din will slide right in there and sit flush instead of sticking out like it used to. So I'll get that finished up and show you guys how that turns out. I think it'll look a lot better than what it did. So at this point, I'm going to really dive into the wiring, and there's really not much to show you there. It's boring. I get frustrated. I get lost and confused, so I won't really film it, but I'll show you when I'm done and show you how everything works. Basically, I'll be wiring this thing up just like I did the 55. It's the exact same ECU, same transmission, and basically all the same sensors, so I shouldn't have any trouble, but I am kind of dumb sometimes, so I could have all the trouble. But anyways, that's where I'm at now. I don't know. I guess I'm going to put this camera down and get back to work, and I'll turn it back on as soon as I come across something else that I might think y'all think is cool. So stay tuned. All right, so this is where I'm going to end up on this video. Everyone's telling me I don't update enough on my truck, post on Instagram and stuff. But anyways, so this is kind of where I'm at. I've just kind of been piddling. Waiting on my transmission and fuel system is the big holdup. It's hard to get parts in right now for everything. So like I said, I got most of the fuel tech wired up. I've just been running hoses for my wastegates. I got this cool stuff from our buddies over at Heat Shield Products. It's called Hot Rod Sleeve. It's kind of tight in here and compact, so the hoses are pretty close to a bunch of heat, so I wrapped them in this stuff here. It's supposed to be good for like 1100 degrees continuous, so hopefully it'll give it a little bit of protection. But the inside's still kind of a wreck. Got the driver's seat out right now so I can work. Just kind of been working on wiring. The way the Fuel Tech works is you plug a USB cord into the back of it so that you can read the data out of it and whatnot. Well, the back of that dash will be in the back of my dash, so I won't be able to access it. So I'm going to leave the USB in it, and I found these cool USB bulkheads on Amazon, and I'll run a USB cable over to it behind it, and then whenever I'm ready to get in and program everything, I can plug right into that, and boom, I'm into the Fuel Tech. So that's about it. Hopefully on the next one I'll be a little further along. I hope to hook all the power back up here pretty soon and just make sure that everything works. So that's it. I got my that's the boost controller for Fuel Tech. I mounted it back here on the same box as my amps. I can't remember if I went over. I did put SS seats in it out of a SS Silverado because I wanted a full console, so now I got power seats and a full console. That's really it. I'm about to send my rear wheels back to Bogart so that they can be bead locked. I've got them boxed up. There's one. The other one's in a box somewhere roaming around here. So I got some sweet stocks sitting on it. Actually come off of Sean's new little white truck whenever he got it. Before we put the 20s on it. This is it though. Slow progress is still progress. So hopefully I'll have a little bit more done next time. I've got a new grill ordered for it. Got a bunch more fittings coming because I forgot to order a bunch last time. So new grill, new headlights, more fittings, and then I'll be able to finish up at least finish up the fuel system as far as the intake goes, and then I can run the feed and return back, and it'll be waiting for the gas tank to show back up from Aeromotive. But that's it for now. So thanks again for watching. Sorry there's not much going on. You know, once Jeffrey did the turbo kit, it's kind of stuck. I figured that was going to take the longest, and it didn't take them no time. They come over here and knocked it out real quick. So now I've just been piddling as I can. So as always, thanks for watching. Tell us what you like or what you don't like, what you want to see more of. Hopefully soon we'll have another update on the 55. Oh, we did do this today. We put the front end on it and the bumper. Looks so much better with the bumper. Trying to think. In the next video you'll see us fire up the new Nova for the first time in 2021. So Henson is almost done with the motor for the donk here. So we have, like I said, we got a lot in the works, and we got another project out there. If you watch the TikTok, you've seen it. We picked up another project that'll be coming here in the shop as soon as we clear some other stuff out. So in the meantime, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.